it was a very strong first half for us, and we saw a lift in sales, particularly when you look at the first half and say the first half opened with the Delta variant of COVID, it closed with the Omicron variant. We had hospital operating theatre capacity constraints through that. Was a very strong half. We see that there is still some uncertainty into the second half, given that the hospital staff shortages and operating theatre capacity constraints won't disappear this half, we don't think. And secondly, we said we're going to lift our spending. This is a business where we take a very long-term outlook. We need to invest to drive our growth, and we're going to be investing more in the second half in growth, in R&D, as well as in cloud computing changes, and all of those things combined to give us the guidance for the full year. So no, we're not padding that second half out. I think it's a realistic outlook given what we see and how we're going to invest. I'm certainly pleased with that first half result.
Yeah, naturally. In terms of the cost base, though, have you been seeing? Because we've been speaking to a lot of CEOs across the world these past couple of weeks, couple of months, and a lot of them have been impacted by the inflationary pressures, whether it be supply chain, whether it be just in terms of input costs. Has that played through for you in terms of your hardware that you're obviously using for your clients?
Well, look, we're certainly seeing those pressures. If I look at the supply chain first up, our manufacturing and supply chain team around the world have done their job, and they've done it fantastically well. And their job is, first of all, to make sure we have the best quality products available. Secondly, to make sure our customers are supplied. And thirdly, to make sure that they do that more efficiently year on year. They've done all those three things in the first half in really challenging circumstances where, because there are supply chain constraints, there is absolutely pressure on pricing of electronic components, but we've been able to manage that and expand our gross margin in the first half and lift our sales. So, those pressures are there, but we've managed them to date very well, and I certainly think we can continue to do that. On the inflation front, the impact of inflation on us will be on what's going to be the impact on wages and salaries, and how does that flow through to the business. And obviously that's an issue for many businesses, and we'll be watching that closely. But we're certainly still very confident of the outlook and our ability to manage that over the short and medium term.